Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Oshinoko, and you guys, we are kicking off Season 2, the long-awaited. I mean, we didn't have to wait. I didn't have to wait very long at all. I am sorry, don't hate me, but yeah. Much anticipated regardless of the time. Season 2 of Oshinoko, you guys. I'm very, very excited to see what we're going to be doing this season. We left off in a pretty fun, intense place last time, so I will briefly get into any lingering thoughts that I had on the previous season, the finale. I did try to watch, even though it's been a couple of months for me, I tried to watch a recap before this so I could really go in fresh, or as fresh as possible. Before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I am sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still, thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I really hope you'll hit like, also subscribe for me. It does help me and my channel a whole lot, so thank you in advance for that. So yeah, guys, so we know where we left off last season was, we were about to do this whole, like, adaptation, like live action adaptation of this popular series, which I think is supposed to be kind of like an amalgam of a couple of different kinds of like anime and everything that we would know in like real life. But it looks pretty good, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'd probably watch it. I feel like, why do I feel like the adaptation was more like almost like a play kind of thing and not like a show? I feel like it was like a play. I guess I must have missed that in the recap. I'm sorry. But I feel like it was going to be like a live action adaptation, but not necessarily like a show. So anyway, so it's Aqua, it's Akane, it's Kana, and of course we found out that Akane and Kana kind of have like there's a little bit more to the rivalry than we may have thought. It's not just about Aqua. It's been going on for a bit. B. Komachi, the new version, had a really great performance. That was like a little bit right before we find out about all the adaptation stuff. And so yeah, so that's kind of like the big place where we left off. I think so. Yeah, and of course we're still looking out for the dad and everything, trying to find out who the dad is. Which I imagine that'll be something like the last episode we'll find out. That's going to be like a finale kind of thing. So yeah, so I'm very, very excited to be back. I'm so glad that like we're not waiting years and years in between seasons. I think this made a big enough splash when it came out because it literally has like everything. It has like, it's beautiful. It has drama. It has intrigue, suspense, comedy. It has like a little bit of everything. Obviously, like love, drama, and stuff like that. Really, we dealt with some really, really serious stuff last time with all the stuff that like Akane went through and everything. So yeah, so we literally got like everything under the sun. And it's just done in such a really, really good way. So yeah, guys, I am very excited to see what we're going to be doing, kicking off season 2. So without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right into the next episode, premiere of season 2 of Oshinoko. Let's do this. Gotcha. I'm not gonna lie, I would just watch this. Like, this looks also like a very good series. Ooh! Oh! Yeah, they said there was gonna be like music and everything. Like, I love it so far. I would just watch this. Like, and Oshinoko. So like the fact that they combine them. And now, okay, here we go. We're going through our... Now remember, didn't they even get cast as like they're fighting for like the main guy in the... Didn't the girl... I feel like the girls even got cast that way too. Like their characters. Yeah! Okay, now first off, you're not going to start me off with somebody bleeding out. No, it's okay. We've had too much of like, okay, all right, okay, we're doing it. We're doing this. This isn't a little familiar. Okay, the Tokyo Blade or Oshinoko? Or both? Probably both. Oh, okay, so, okay, wait. Okay, so Saya is, all right, got it. Oh. Okay. Yay! Good job! Heck yeah, keep that engagement up. Good job. Good job. It's ironic. She doesn't know what he's up to. Okay, okay. So, they're still keeping the act up, though. Okay. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I am not going to cry. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. They're pretty competitive. Pretty competitive. But we're focusing it on something else. Yeah, but he's in it for a different reason. However, I wonder if he'll kind of learn to love it. I wonder if a part of him... No, I was going to say they're all really putting their all into it. Oh, okay, so we got... Oh, that's a lot to keep up with. Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like maybe some of these people were in the other one. Yeah. Two very interesting styles, yeah. Well, she started in that theater, didn't she? Like, she actually has experience in that theater. Ah? Ooh. Whoa. So this is the main person. Seems like the main character. Okay, protagonist. Wait. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh, the energies are just yeah, they're feeding off each other. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, they're into it! Woo! Oh, that energy is just palpable. They're in it. Okay. Yeah, we could talk shop. She's settling in well. She could really flex here. But then here she is. Because you know why? Because she was like being held down by... Oh, and we know Akane is... She could read people like a book. Oh, okay. We're helping each other out. Well, it's okay. Kanji, I think, is very difficult. Personally. Yeah, he's not getting in on it. He kind of does his own... Oh, he's not... The aura's real gloomy. Yeah. Aura's just... Yeah. She, at times, has felt the not fitting in thing. So she would like tone it down to the people around her. It's a big deal. She's gonna really unlock her true potential. Ouch! But he might have a point. Yeah. It's still harsh, though. And that's technically your girlfriend. You say that, but, like, you keep doing pretty awesome. I think he's underestimating himself. Also, he's, like, barely even trying, so... Tense. Make it tense. That was more intense. Yeah. Oh, how so? Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the big ship. Yep. Ooh. That's too bad. Oh. Wow, we got some parallels here, don't we? I see. Okay, so very maybe kind of timid. Oh. Oh, maybe that's not a good thing that we went so far the other direction, though. Oh, poor Princess Sai is just one of those characters who's like getting the short end of the stick, no matter how you slice it. Oh, yeah, it's good you feel connection. Isn't there? Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Like, what do you do? Yeah, it's hard to do a direct translation. I mean, we've seen this a lot on the shows that I watch. Sweet Today was not an example of a well-done adaptation. Yeah. Right, we're not maybe in a position to go and say something? Okay. Oh, maybe Aqua could just... Well, Aqua doesn't care. Oh! Ah! Don't blow up her spot, bro! We want to understand her better. That's a good thing. Right. We've had to kind of make her very... Okay. So they kind of made her like a one-tone character as opposed to the manga. Gotcha. Like, how much can we do? We need to kind of just... Oh. But then you're also given the part of... Yeah. You're given the role of having to make it compact. Oh! Oh. Become simpler. Oh, Oh. Oh, but that's tough to be the one who just gets... Because you're not really getting that... I understand that, like, we can't all have big... What if you could do both? What if you could express it, but quickly? Oh my goodness! as much, love. Oh. Oh. Very impressed. I'm glad we get to see our other sensei too. Rehearsing. Yes, that is what we call it in the business. Okay. Oh, we also want the script revise. Is it the princess? All of it. Oh! Ah! Oh my goodness. We are, okay, so maybe we are not so happy with, we're happy with the actors. We're not as happy with perhaps the direction of the script. Wow, you guys. Holy cow. That was good. What a way to kick things off. I love that we just went right into, like, this is our next focal point. We're doing the play. Okay, so first things first, it was great to catch up with everybody. I thought at first that maybe we had, and they may have even said this, that we had a couple of the people from the Sweet Today adaptation as well. I love that we got to see the author of that again. That was really cool. And we're just like so happy to see everyone except for certain people who maybe didn't live up to the expectations. Yeah, so we get to meet the author. I forget the name of they said the name of the author. You know how I am with names. It's going to take me an episode or two. They are just like so shy and sweet. And I love like I love the kind of like, you know, you spend most of your time like writing a story, so you're maybe like a little bit shy and maybe not too used to people, and you're just very shy. And then it's like, I want you to revise this. The whole thing needs to get chopped. Like, we're shy, but we're not afraid to tell you this is no good. I think it'll be interesting to get to know them a little bit better. I'm wondering if maybe the author will play a bigger role in this than our author of the other one that we did, which I think would be really interesting. Either way, I'm very excited to see, because we touched on it a little bit in the last season. We touched on like the whole, like, okay, you're adapting a manga. Here's some of the trickier parts of it, but it's so wildly different here because first of all, we have a play and not a show, so it's totally different production style. It's a really fun thing to explore, especially since we really introduced this idea of the play last time. I was part of this theater company, and Akane was part of the theater company, so I feel like we're getting to explore like a whole new aspect of the entertainment industry in this. You know, we did like TV last time. We did reality TV. We did a little bit of like, I guess I don't know, fiction TV. I don't know what you really call it, like non-reality TV. And we did we did like kind of the Idol thing. We didn't get to touch too much on that in this. We got a tiny little catch up with Ruby. We got Ruby visiting mom, which was really sweet, catching her up. But I imagine we'll explore more of what's going on with the whole Idol thing. I mean, we did get to know that they're doing a couple of shows. They did a couple more shows, which is really good. They're still on social media. They're keeping their engagement up. You know, they're feeding the algorithm. That's the that's the important thing, you guys. Take it from me. But yeah, we're kind of like focusing on a whole new, it feels kind of like a whole new medium. I mean, I don't know if maybe that's the wrong term for it, but I think you know what I mean. So we get to focus on that. And also we get to see, it's a totally different situation because in this adaptation, we have people who have like read the source material. They're serious actors. I mean, like just in general, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but I know like in the US, the difference between like theater and Hollywood, such a stark contrast. And that's why like when you see like theater actors show up in like a big like TV or movie production, typically if they're allowed to really, you know, and that's the key that we're dealing with here too, like if they're allowed to really show their stuff, you're like, oh my God, like you're just like hit in the face by the acting. It's like, oh my God, the acting's so good. I'm rewatching Andor right now, and it's just like, you can tell like some of these actors are just like top notch. A lot of the actors in Andor are really good. So anyway, moving on to the actual show that we're talking about. Yeah, so the difference being here, and they actually highlighted this with Kana, and I'm so glad to see her really get to like show her stuff, because in the past, you know, she got a little too brazen and she had to tone it down a little bit. She made kind of like a bad impression on a lot of people in the industry, just like through her personal actions and like I guess even just like the way she acted. And so she's been kind of like matching the people around her, and because of the kinds of roles she was getting, she wasn't getting a lot of people around her that she could really like flex, like acting flex with. And now she is, and you can see like this. I'm not gonna jump the gun and say like, oh, it's like an attraction thing with the guy. The guy is a little bit older, and also I think that maybe there's like different ways of appreciating someone other than just like, I mean, I know we're all teens. I know we're doing like the love triangle thing, but like, I think she likes Aqua. Still, you could tell she's still very jealous about Akane and everything. But I think that maybe it's just like, we saw her blush a little bit. At first I was like, ooh, but now I'm like, you know what? I think it's just like they can really bring out their best around each other. And that's like that gives you a rush, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not, it has nothing to do with romance. It's just like the passion that they share for what they're doing. Now, I know in a lot of cases that leads to other things and everything, but again, like, I'm just going to say, you know what? They're bringing the best out of each other right now. And I love Aqua, how he's so sharp, but he's like, God, can you imagine if Aqua did decide, like, I am going to... He said, the thing is, he's so dispassionate about everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to picture him, aside from, like, his commitment to finding their father. It's hard to picture him, like, going that hard on anything, you know what I mean? Because it's just kind of, like, not his style, it's not his personality. But he is sharp as a tack. And he is very talented. And he has everything he needs. Like, if he decided, like, this is what I'm going to do, and he threw himself into it, he could probably be, like, the best actor there is. But the fact that he's even so good, just kind of, like, phoning, and I hate to say phoning it in because he does a good job, but, like, this is him just doing enough to get by so that he can stay in the industry and do his investigation. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if he really was like, imagine if he had the same attitude as like the other kids in this company that were like, I need to shine. It like freaking everything I do. Speaking of needing to shine, Akane, I think it's very interesting because the first thing I thought when we got in this situation was like, oh, well, this is going to be tough because Kana is like a TV girl. She's like, you know, and this is Akane's turf. She's been in this company for like a little while, like this theater company. Theater is kind of like where she came up, you know, and like, is this going to be hard for Kana? And it goes to show it just all kind of depends on what you're doing, on who you're working with. It's so variable because, you know, what we have is, yeah, she's more of a veteran, I guess, in the theater, but her role is kind of a tricky one. You know, first of all, they had to change it drastically from the manga, which is going to make a lot of people upset. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, as someone who lives in this world of being an anime manga fan, like lives, works, eats, sleeps, everything, it's going to make a lot of people mad. I understand the reasoning. I understand the reasoning because what do you do when you have 2 hours? So like we've dealt with this so much on my channel. You know what I mean? Like different adaptations, movie adaptations, show adaptations, you know. So yeah, I mean, I haven't done one of the stage plays for the channel, I don't think, but like, you know, I know what these stage plays look like, and it's like, yeah, okay, so you don't always have the liberty of adapting every single aspect of everyone's character. Some people are there to do like, you have to kind of like take all the layers that were there and sort of like, I hate to say like flatten them out, but you kind of have to like, okay, your tone was here. We're just going to grab here and that's your role. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining that really well, but I think you see what I'm going for. And even worse, they made it such a... They didn't even take like one highlight of this character and make them like a one-tone character based on like their biggest thing. You know what I mean? What they did is they kind of like had to go the other direction and then capture the one tone. It's like, ooh, that's kind of a double whammy, if you ask me. The one tone would have been tough anyway, because like, how do you, if you're being told to kind of be like, to like not act this character in a super layered or interesting, complex way, that's hard enough. But like, so Akane's got a real challenge in front of her, and I think it's interesting that we would have like made her the one who's kind of set up at a disadvantage when she's sort of the stage veteran of the two of them, her and Kana. So yes, that was my big huge rant on that. I don't know, like I hate to like, especially on this show, it felt like the subtitles were just like kind of attacking me a little bit. So I didn't want, unless they paused, like I didn't want to be talking over a lot of super important dialogue, which I probably ended up doing a little bit to a little degree anyway, but you know, if there's anything that important I miss, you guys will bring it up, or I'll find it in editing, so we're good. We're good. Yeah, so we caught up. We're introducing some new people. The author's new. The one, I'm interested in like the one kind of like, I don't know, is he like also, is he like the co-director? Like, I don't know. Again, probably one of those things that they went by real fast and I kind of missed it. But it seemed like the little bit more of like understanding one that they were talking to at the end there, where they were like, oh yeah, well just, you know, I'll do my best to revise it. And then the other one was like, whoa, wait, we're not just gonna like, we're not gonna handhold everybody who has an issue here. Like, I read it, it's fine, we're doing what we have to do. So, yeah, so that's tough. Like, what do you do with that? And I think that's how, like, you get in these situations where, like, sometimes you'll see such a good actor, and it's like, it's such a bad movie or a bad role, and it's just like, what, like, what? I understand you probably had like some appliance to pay off and you had to take this role, but like, I don't understand why you're such a good actor and yet it just still, but sometimes you can only do what you're given, you know? I mean, she's certainly not in a position to be like, hey, she's not the star of the show. She's not like a huge celebrity that can come in and be like, look, I'm the attraction for this. I want to do this. You know what I mean? Like, she's not in that position. So it's tough. It's tough, you guys. It's going to be really cool to explore this because I feel like last time we got a lot of the ins and outs of like it's not Hollywood because it's in Japan, but like their equivalent of like the big like TV. We didn't really do movie, but we did TV. And we did a little bit, and we did a lot into the Idol stuff because we had and then we had, you know, Ruby when we fast forwarded. But yeah, now we're getting theater, so this should be interesting, you guys. I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it. I'm kind of hoping they'll go through like all the different aspects of entertainment. Like we're gonna do all the different aspects of like visual, and then like musical, and then like, you know. We'll just kind of hit them all before we hopefully eventually find out whoever this dad is. We get to the bottom of it. And everyone lives happily ever after. And eyes watching over them from heaven. Yes, that's what I want. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I love that. We're off to the races, you guys. Here we go. Here we freaking go. Excuse me. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, as we know from the show, we're probably going to go some places in this season. So please, I will need your help. Please be sure to join me next time. And we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.